Recorded Books presents an unabridged recording of Cocaine's Son, a Memoir, by Dave Itzkoff, narrated by Mark Turetsky, and directed by Dave Millen. The author opens with these lines by Robert Hunter. When I was just a little young boy, Papa said, "Son, you'll never get far. I'll tell you the reason if you want to know. 'Cause, child of mine, there isn't really very far to go." And now, Cocaine's Son.
Chapter 1. He was such an elusive and transient figure that for the first 8 years of my life I seemed to have believed my father was the product of my imagination. The adult world that I traveled through was populated almost exclusively by women. There were the teachers who trained me on the multiplication tables, the state capitals, and the 3 branches of government. Their aides and assistants, the babysitters, nannies, and house cleaners, the plastic-gloved, hair-netted cafeteria workers who called me Pepito as they ladled out my hot lunches. The school nurse who schemed to deplete me of my saliva with her tasteless wooden tongue depressors. And a jumpsuit-clad handywoman named Celie, who spent fruitless hours wading through the school trash to find the loose tooth I threw away, fearing its escape from my mouth meant I was falling apart. There was my sister, who came into existence 2 years after me, a pair of fragile but living grandmothers, sundry aunts, great-aunts, and cousins. And there was Mom, who sat above them all on this pyramidal structure of progesterone. But there was only one Dad, or so I was told. It required the combined energies of these many women to discharge the duties normally provided to me by the indefatigable and infinitely resourceful Mom. Each had her specialized skills and knowledge, but Mom equaled, encompassed, and surpassed them all. By day, she was not only the chooser of clothes, the maker of breakfast, and the conveyor to and from school, the holder of hands, and the kisser of cuts and bruises. She was the giver of language, who provided names for the distinctive vagrants who wandered our block, Rudolph with his bright red nose, and Froggy, whose raspy voice carried all the way up from the gutter to our 25th-story apartment on East 40th Street, with what was then an unobstructed view of the East River. And the tutor of numbers, who showed me how the digits of Manhattan's streets grew bigger from south to north.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?